Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Darwin, part of the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave of the X-Men series of Marvel Legends. Now, this figure right here is probably the best bang for your buck Marvel Legends figure you will ever buy. And as I'm saying that, I'm realizing that some of you won't get the sarcasm, and I should just say it's terribly not worth the money. At all. Like, this is the epitome of why Marvel Legends are not as popular as they once were amongst the broader audience. Obviously, the Marvel Legends fan base is as fanboy as ever, and obviously there are some people who are just collectors. But this figure right here is a perfect example of everything wrong with Marvel Legends. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6.5 inches, which makes him pretty close to 16.5 centimeters. And before we get into the review, we have to do a question of the day. Easy question. How much did you want a Darwin figure? I know a lot of people have wanted Darwin for a while. He's been relatively more popular since the movies have started to include him. But, you know, he's always been one of those characters I think at least a fair amount of people have wanted a figure of. So it's good that they finally made him, but what's not good is that it's just a repaint with a new head again. But it's the same body they use for like Professor X and a whole bunch of other characters, and it shouldn't be. He should be more exaggerated in his proportions. Yes, he has been drawn like this, but generally speaking, he's very lanky, like extra lanky. I'll post a reference image. So that's very disappointing. Let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetics since we're already doing that. The other thing that's very disappointing about this is that it's not done well even. Like, not even a little bit. They didn't put any effort into it. You can barely tell he has two different purples in his outfit. This main purple should be closer to like a light periwinkle, and then you should be able to see this more vibrant purple at the wrists. You can barely even tell it's there. And then the paint quality alone is just not good. If you look at his legs, for instance, look at where the lines line up for that dark purple on the inside. They don't line up. They're not the same shape on both sides. This one curves off at almost like a sharp angle, and the dark purple's much higher. This one's a gradual curve. Up here in the shoulders, the curve of the dark purple is nowhere near the same on either side. The paint job is atrocious in the middle. It's all scuffed up. It's glossy on the abdomen. What the heck? The paint job for the belt is trash. Like, there's just no effort put into it at all. The black lines are clean. That's it. Just no effort into this guy. It's so disappointing. That said, whoever did the head did a damn nice job. That is a really good sculpt. The ears are unnerving, but they are appropriate. I like this. Yeah, I'm betting whoever sculpted this head is like, why? I'm going to put all this effort into the head and they're going to put it on that body that we've already gotten a bunch? How disappointing for collectors. But the head's really nice. He's got some hands that are nice too, and I'll get to those in the accessories. But other than the head, which is a good sculpt and a decent enough paint job, this figure is... I mean, it's just... I think the belt might be new, to be fair. But it's so thick and goofy looking. This wouldn't even be worth $20, let alone $27. $27, guys, for these Marvel Legends. Even those of you who are diehard Marvel Legends fans have to, like... You have to be realizing, like, I'm pretty sure they're just having a laugh at us now. Mine's got paint over here too, obviously that's an error, but still, like, it's just so bad. Aesthetically speaking, the head would get like a 9, because the paints are even decent enough, but the sculpt would get a 9. But overall, it's like a 4. At best, the good head gives it a couple points, but being a repaint and not a good repaint, for $27, it gets a 4, and that's generous. For accessories, we get the 2 fist hands, then we get 2 open hands, which are nicely sculpted. I will give them that. I do think these are new hands. I don't think they were ever used for like Mr. Fantastic or something like that, so that's fine. But that's it, so I don't know. 2 out of 10, just a set of hands for a completely repaint body? Alright, so let's go through the articulation, even though it's pointless. So disc hinge, the head can look up and down, that's fine. Rotation is fine. Butterfly joint is not the absolute worst we've seen, but it's not a good one. It has very, very little range. Shoulders go up to better than horizontal, that's okay. This was used for that solid black suit Professor X, right? Am I remembering correctly? It's been used for a couple other ones too, but it's just so not worth the money. All the joints work fine on this guy. He's lanky, they all work fine. Wrist swivel, hinge, that's fine. Oh, that's right, they don't. His ab crunch is ridiculous. Not only is the whole sculpt here ridiculous, though it suits this character a little bit better, the ab crunch range is next to 0. Like, why? Should I try? Should I use my man strength and try and see what happens? Something felt like I broke a piece of plastic inside, but it went. It's not sculpted or made to go that way. Like, it looks ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to actually use the joint. I mean, who would have thought I'd want to pose the figure? What is that? Guys, this is Hasbro. I don't know if they're number one right now. They've been going back and forth with, what was it, Mattel? Forever, as far as like the biggest toy company on the planet. So either they're number one or number two, and they are not able to do an ab crunch. Or, I mean, they're not able, they're not willing to. And somebody tried to argue with me the other day, oh, it's not the people making the figures, it's the pencil pushers. So? Oh, well then I'm okay with it. I'm okay getting screwed over if it's the pencil pushers. I know it's them. Although some things, it's not, because it wouldn't cost more to engineer things properly, but whatever. Posing him forward doesn't really work either. It's just a joke. Waist twist is a waist twist. Hips go out to the side. Look at that. He's as skinny as this and he can't even bring his hips out better than 45. Going forward, they do work nice. Going back, they're okay. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee is fine. Oh, by the way, they just showed a silver mane, and it's just the beetle. It's just a repainted beetle with a new head. Ankles are good. Like, come on. Toes are fine. Feet are fine, I mean. It's just the articulation's not even that good on this guy. It works mostly, but the ab crunch being terrible knocks it down. 7 out of 10. What a waste of money. Like $27 for this, guys. Not acceptable. I'll give the articulation. I'm gonna give it a final verdict of 2 out of 10. It loses points. As a whole, it loses points. It's just not acceptable. The price is way too high for this crap. The head sculpt is wonderful. Great job, whoever did that. I'm sorry it was put on this figure as this release. What a waste of money. Don't buy it, guys, unless you really, really needed a Darwin, and then do it, but do it knowing that you're way overpaying for a hunk of plastic that had zero effort put into it. This is not collectible worthy. This is dollar store worthy. This is knockoff worthy. Knockoff Marvel Legend is what this is, basically, with a new head. So disappointing. Alright guys, there it is. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.